I think one of the things I like the most about bow hunting pronghorn is the fact that it's the first season to open up each fall. So it gives me the ability to focus on just that. Elk hunting is one of my greatest passions in life. So once I have the chance to hunt elk, it's hard for me to focus on anything else. That being said, I was happy to be back here, kicking off yet another hunting season. Sometimes it's hard to believe how fast time goes by. Pronghorn was actually the very first big game animal I ever took when I was 12 years old. So hunting them each and every year is special to me, and I'm excited for what this season is going to bring. It's getting exciting. Preparation for the upcoming season is of the utmost importance right now. I can tell season is getting close when the grass in my field is almost too high to cover the elk's vitals on my target.
I think we're good.
I like to use this time of the year out here to not only get set up for antelope, but to really start scouting for the upcoming elk season as well. Putting cameras out, blinds, and just overall getting eyes on the country and seeing what I can see out there. Now, most of the time when you're hunting antelope, it's hard to really separate one buck from another unless they have a characteristic that's super unique. When I first saw this buck, he honestly didn't even look real. In all my years of hunting pronghorn, I have never seen prongs on an antelope like this buck here. It took me a while to put it together. From the side, his prongs would almost disappear or look like they were hanging down. And from the front or back, this buck just looked insane. This buck was super special. And when you find a buck like this, you'd be crazy to hunt any other antelope. I knew that my focus this pronghorn season was hunting this buck right here. First sit of the year, gotta bust out the chairs, get everything comfortable in there. We've seen several antelope in this basin. Kind of just made a cruise around looking, so just gotta hope they pick this spot for water.
Ever on the run, never look back, son. You live by the gun and you're gonna die young.
Conservation means use and care. Uses produce values for people now. Care limits what we use today and includes active management for what we can use tomorrow. This is a spot that I hunted a couple years ago. Had some close calls, never did get a shot here, but it seems like there's some antelope water in here again. So September 3rd, we've got about 4 days until the big game season opens, like elk, deer, that kind of thing. So I'm trying to focus on antelope right now and maybe get a shot at one this week here. We've had this blind here for about a week, so they should be used to it, although we did just have to move because the wind is just totally wrong. But I don't think it should bother them a whole lot. I've put up this blind in this spot before and sat it that night and had antelope water, so if they're here and thirsty, we just might get a shot. So exciting start to the season though. Some nice bucks running around, one in particular that's exceptional. Be great if he showed up, but there's some other good bucks too, so excited to see what happens in here tonight. Come on, buddy. That's good, he's still right here. Just got here to check this camera, and this buck that we're trying to hunt is standing here, the only antelope we can see. He's just standing here staring at us right here at the blind. I don't know if it really matters or not. I mean, he's used to seeing us, but still, it's not ideal. Good news is he's still around, and he is such a cool buck. That's pretty. Once I started to focus in and hunt this buck and really try to figure him out, I realized he was different in the fact that he had really no pattern. I would see him miles apart each and every time I would see him. Sometimes he'd be with does, and sometimes he'd be alone. He was very sporadic and gave me really nothing to go on. Man, what a beautiful morning. I am probably at least a half hour later than what I wanted to be getting in here. But when you get here and you look at the sunrise and you hear the birds chirping and this, just the day come alive, it's hard to be mad about being a half hour late. Today is September 5th. Last day I have to antelope hunt before it becomes full-blown archery season. So, hopes are high. Yesterday morning is when it happened right here, so if we get a repeat of yesterday, I think we should be in good shape. I can just see the sun breaking the horizon. It's rising so fast, it's like a time lapse. there's still one back to the left that I can see his butt, or a butt. Two, where the pavement ends, on X begins. I had been seeing another really good buck in the area during my times out there looking for the big antelope with the big prongs. This buck seemed to be a lot more consistent and patternable than the big pronged buck. So I decided to change up my strategy and try chasing him. In the process, you never know when the big bladed buck may show up. Now during this time, general archery season started, and my focus began to shift from chasing the big antelope to chasing elk. I was able to take my bull on the morning of September 18th, and with that, I could shift my focus back to chasing the big antelope. I hadn't quit thinking about him, and was excited to get back on the hunt and see if maybe he was doing something a little more patternable now. Well, it is September 22nd, and we're back here in the antelope blind after just some incredible days of elk hunting, so feeling pretty darn fortunate this season so far to have the luck we've had, and excited to be back here in the blind. We actually moved the blind kind of around the other side of that same tank that we were hunting on. I still like this spot. There's a lot of antelope in this basin right now, and this is one of the only water sources. We put a coyote decoy on the hill above the other water tank, hoping that if something went to that, that might deter it just enough to come this way. So I'm excited. I think we're gonna see something, you know, and this is just a beautiful basin to hunt, kind of looking down into it, and got Champ along. It's Champ's first time in the antelope blind, but he seems to be totally content so far, so we'll see how it goes. It was getting later in the season. I knew my odds were getting slimmer every day of taking an antelope with a bow if I was going to get it done. That being said, I was still hunting the area that the big buck was living in. I knew he had to be somewhere close. I just didn't know where. It had been weeks since I had seen him at this point. Sometimes when it happens quick, and you don't have any time to think. And before you know it, the arrow is in the air before you even know what happened. Well, I don't even know. I mean, it just goes to show you, you never know what's going to happen. This is like our 4th time in the blind, and we're actually hunting a buck that is way across the valley right now. I thought we were pretty much out of the game at this point, and then the buck, one of the biggest antelope bucks I've ever had the chance to hunt in my entire life, the most unique buck. We haven't seen him since September 3rd. It's now September 24th. And he just came flying into the water right here and stuck his head in the tank. And I mean, it happened that quick. I didn't have time to think about it. I picked my bow up, drew back, and he was a little around the tank, so I hit him like back of the lungs. And he's down not 70 yards from the blind. Oh, and he is just a cranker of a buck. Oh, that couldn't have worked out more perfect. I really felt like we were out of the game too. It's just like almost crazy. He is done. Yeah. Good. Didn't go far. That's 2 of them. This one's almost washed off, but what a heck of a season. Man, you're just not gonna see more character in an antelope than that one right there. I've never seen anything like it, prongs like that. They almost hang down the way they hang out. He is so cool. He's obviously been fighting. Busted that off, but man, that thing, when he's looking at you or going away, it's unlike any antelope I've ever seen. I can't believe we put it together. From the side, it's like he hit a wall or something. It just... When I look back on this hunt, I'm still in complete disbelief on how it all worked out. It's exactly how I saw it going down in my mind, but to be honest, I had given up on it happening that way, and figured I would end up taking a different antelope buck. But it just goes to show you, if you stick in there and you keep after it, you really have no idea what might happen next. And this was a classic example of that. I'm sure George is smiling down from up above too. Dad and George, those two were what got me into hunting antelope. They love these things. We've chased them in Montana, Wyoming, Arizona, New Mexico. Pretty awesome. It's hunts like these that re-energize my soul and make me yearn to come back next season. After 33 years of bow hunting pronghorn, I was standing over the biggest, most unique buck I had ever seen. And to do it with a bow is always that much more rewarding. Sometimes you can do everything right, and it just doesn't come together. And sometimes you can feel like nothing is going right, and the next thing you know, you're notching your tag. Each and every hunt is a different journey, and right now, with the way I feel, I'm not sure how any antelope hunt could get any better. But I promise it will, in ways I can't foresee yet, and I'm here for it.